I was a farm boy. I suddenly get involved in something something I wanted to get to do anyway. It was in the back of my mind. A buddy of mine, who was the instigator of it all, he's in Runnymede now, by the way. He didn't make it. He got killed in a Mustang. In the year we were walking by the recruiting business, he said, let's go and have a look. Well, we were in there, and it was his brother who was a recruiter. And his comments was, you better get back to school and stay there. Don't come in here again. Well, the following weekend, we went to Hamilton, took the test, and we were in. And we're all snot-nosed kids, you know. Our manning depot, I liked it. I got into the precision squad. When I got through my training in Canada, I did my ITS Belleville, Ontario, Pendleton, on Tiger Moss, and Camp Borden, graduated Camp Borden on Harvard. An officer. I graduated as a pilot officer. Two of us in our course. And I didn't even think that I'd be sergeant. I thought I'd be a corporal pilot or something. But I got commissioned. So they sent us to the Hurricane OTU at Bagotville. There was three of us. But we had the airplanes there. So we fooled around with those guys waiting for the boat now. I gotta wait for the boat. And I was sitting having breakfast. An RAF squadron leader came in and said, I'm looking for Tyndall, Payne, and Crickfall. Okay. I said, well, I'm Payne. They took me out. The squadrons are all on the other side of the field, and the Typhoon people. This gentleman took me out onto the hangar line and put me in a Typhoon, 1,650 horsepower, 4 cannons, 4 machine guns, 4 rocket rails, and a 500-pound bomb. The next thing you know, he says, oh, let's give her up. He says, oh, start it. And we go through a start. Pretty simple, pretty good, everything came back. Oh man, did I ever think. I just sat there and I couldn't move for a couple of minutes. And all he said to me was, look at, take it out, feel it out, don't go off the second, but don't break it. Bring it back. And actually it went very well. One afternoon, late one afternoon, I'd just come back from a rhubarb. Now, rhubarb is where they go out and find some targets of opportunity, whoever it was. I'd go out, they'd arm it up, and where we go, low level, and cause some destruction somewhere, generally on the canals. We were after bridges, railroad bridges over the canal, so you could get two things at the same time. And we were getting pretty good at that. What happened was, we were waiting for the course. I got back early one afternoon from rhubarb. And I get out of the cockpit, and the intelligence officer came out and sat. We bummed it on the wing. I did my debriefing. They said, oh, by the way, get in that airplane. You're a week and a half behind on the course. Next thing I know, I'm in an airspeed Oxford with an instructor getting lesson plan number 1 on my way back to Kidlington and trying to catch up. And I did very well. And from there, we graduated to Wellington 10s at Gamston, and from there on Lancasters. We married. We had what we did, we had a room much like this, full of people, gunners, navigators, and stuff. And I walk in, there were several, and got to know them, walked around, and you get a feel for it. And we got married. It was a crew. And the crew stayed with me for the rest of it. Yeah. But my first one was a daylight at Gawk in support of the Canadian Army. From there on in, most of our missions were night, all night. But, yeah. Dresden. I still have vivid memories of Dresden. I could see it 40 miles away. And I wanted to be at the tail end of the war anyway. And you got a lot of time to think at that point in time. And I looked over, and an ME-262 had come up beside us, and he was taking this guy out. Well, my old fighter business came in. I ducked down, moved over, and told my middle-upper gunner, who just got new 50 caliber guns, he thought this up. And so we just didn't attack him, took him out. Well, we got credit for shooting down a 262. It's Friday the 13th. And it's my 13th mission. Now, I don't think 13 is bad. Okay. We started for home. I elected to stay at 8,000 feet, which maybe wasn't a very good idea on hindsight. By yourself. I'm out 8 minutes ahead of everybody else. We were out maybe 20 minutes to 25 minutes. We were just about ready to make a little dig, and we started getting hit. I mean, big time. I got hit in the leg and the arm and stuff, but my armor at the back was taking it all I could do. And the next thing I know, our starboard wing was going pop, 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 and there was cannon shells from below. I didn't know what was going to happen. I was afraid that they might start a fire in that wing. We're over water. Well, get back over land. So I declared a Mayday, and we're going to go to Sweden. I'm down to one engine. And I don't know how far I am from the land. My navigator couldn't really tell me because we were down fairly low at this time. So I said, okay, dinghy, prepare for this. We'll go into our routine. But the airplane is not uncontrollable. Suddenly I got down, I said, I gotta be awful close. Guess what? Fog. Set myself up, waited. We hit the water. And what I did, it was, I put on my landing light at the last minute. I don't know why I did that. When the airplane hit the water and nosed in a little bit, the light stayed on. We got light. I come to in the water, underwater, and so the bubbles are going the wrong way. And I thought, that's not a very good idea. So I got rid of my seat and stuff like that, and the bubbles and I came to the top. And she nosed down about a 30-degree angle. Guys are coming out getting in the dinghy. The dinghy's out, they're all getting in. 2 of them got in and never got the feet wet. So things went pretty good, I thought. But you gotta remember, it's a donut, 6 foot in diameter. You got 6 people in it, the whole sitting down. You better like the guy you're looking at. And got picked up by the German Navy in their scuttleboat, we call. They weren't very nice people. I did Mach 1 in 1953 at noon at Trenton, no, at 12:30 at Trenton, because I was sitting at 53,000 feet and the Sabre 5, and I looked down and I thought, it's lunchtime. Roll over, wham, and a sonic boom. I got met by a couple of staff cars and some senior officers. I had broken 16 windows. And what I said, I shouldn't have said, but I'm sorry we woke your people up in headquarters in time for lunch. I have a friend here whose wife comes from Hanover. Her dad researched it and found the crew's grave. Took pictures of it, I got them at home. They're all lined up. Gus and the gang, yeah. And that filled in the hole. It, you know, God bless him. Don't forget. Now, I don't want you to dwell on it, but every once in a while, give us a thought.